All right, everybody. It looks like we are ready for the next run. We're going to be doing Quest for Glory Randomizer with davidtki.
Hey everyone, my name's David. So it's my pleasure to bring to you this Quest for Glory 1 randomizer, which is built on the EGA version. It's a super new randomizer. It came out earlier this year, developed by the first Quest for Glory 1 speedrunner, Reynolds. Immediately going into it, we're no longer doing a class select. Basically, you just go straight to the character sheet. The hero just stands there stoically, and I've gotten a randomly generated set of stats. It looks like this time around I've gotten everything except for magic. So that's going to make this one interesting. You still have the 50 points to start out with, but you cannot add them into new skills anymore. You have to stick with the ones that you already have. For purposes of this run, we'll bump stealth up to 35, stick the rest into agility. And then what should we name our hero? Allie, what should I name the hero?
You know what? Let's name it Lemming.
Lemming. Okay. Shout outs to Lemming Runs in the chat, who will be doing King's Quest Mask of Eternity right after this. All right, so let's go ahead and start this in 3, 2, 1, go. I'll turn the game speed up immediately and then show in my inventory, I've started with almost nothing. I have no money, no food, no lockpick, no spells or anything. I have started with the armor, and since I have the parry skill but no magic, I started with a shield, but that's not going to do anything for me. So I don't have a tracker to accompany this game. That's because the game has a built-in tracker now. Our major quest for this is going to be doing all 3 components of the counter curse. In the base game, normally you only have to save Elsa, but for this randomizer, you have to save both of the Baron's children and banish Baba Yaga from the land. Here are the items that you will need to do so, except the Mandrake root here is optional, and here are what the shops sell, except that I don't know yet because their inventories are randomized, and I won't see it until I ask what she's selling. Let's see, a piece of paper, glowing key. The glowing key is necessary for freeing the baronet, and 2 silver candlesticks. And so now that populates in this sheet here, that I access by hitting Control J. There's a second tracker screen that shows me every single location that's possibly reachable, but it won't show me what I need for what. So it's up to me to figure out all of that stuff. But there's a few places that have had additional checks added. For example, Wolfgang, the guild master, has a reward, but I have to ask him what he wants me to do. So we sure could use a fresh young adventurer like yourself. In fact, I have a task for you if you think you're up for it. One of the Baron's soldiers discovered a cave north of town, but the entrance was guarded by an ogre. If you could defeat that ogre, we could find out what's inside that cave. Return once you have completed the task. I'll have a nice reward waiting for you. Good luck. And then the tracker page updates with ogre to show you that he wants you to kill an ogre. I don't have a weapon yet, can't do that yet. I normally start off all my seeds by checking the shops. Ooh, 5 food rations and a thief's toolkit, and they're both very cheap. Food rations are a necessary progression item, and thief's toolkit will open like 10 or so checks if I can get the money for it. Moving in here, the dry goods store is largely a bust. Cheetar claws, candelabra, 10 small apples, an empty flask. I'm probably not going to be getting any of those. So start with the tier 0 checks. There's one at the Fox outside of town here. In exchange for your kindness, I offer you this sack I found alongside the side of the road. It contains 5 vegetables. You may use it as you see fit. Vegetables will open up Abdullah's reward check, but not anything else. So it's not nothing. Yeah, go ahead and get some rocks, and then I can use my throwing skill to toss rocks at the bird's nest here, and I pick up a flask of undead unguent. So I have a flag set turned on called expert mode that will make certain items not necessarily required for your checks. So the flask of undead unguent for me is mainly just an empty flask. Here, get mushroom. As you bend over to pick the mushrooms, you see an alabaster vase resting just outside the mushroom ring. You pick it up and put it in your pack. I normally start with these Sphere Zero checks. There's 3 checks around the meeps and the mushroom ring. One at the mushroom ring, and then the meeps are going to have 2 more. And usually something opens up once I have actually gotten the 2 checks off of these things. Oh, yeah, that's right. I don't have magic. The meep normally throws out the spell scroll automatically if you have magic, but since I don't, I have to ask him about it. So we'll go ahead and grab the fur. Within the clump of green fur, you find a magic acorn, which you carefully place in your pack. Oh, I can't open it up right now. And then wrapped within the scroll, you find 50 silver, an odd gift from a meep, but you accept it nonetheless. And yeah, I just got to leave the screen. The magic acorn is now grayed out. That's one of the required items for Save Elsa. Since I just got a whole bunch of money, I can actually go back to town and buy. Oh, so I just got into combat. I'm unarmed. In the base game, being unarmed in combat will normally kill you instantly. The randomizer is a little more merciful if you turn that flag off. There's a separate flag for helpless ego on or off, and if you turn it off, then combat will not instantly kill you if you're unarmed. So let's go ahead and buy the toolkit, and you had some food, right? The Thieves Toolkit is a very good item to get early on. Oh, wait a minute. I forgot about a check in the alleyway here. So the beggar here has a separate check. So here, I found this sack in the garbage last night. I haven't looked inside yet, but I've decided I want you to have it. You open this sack and discover a mandrake root. You add the contents to your backpack. Developer Reynolds added all of these dialogue options to try to make these checks make some sort of sense within the universe. So it's kind of neat to see all the dialogue that he wrote. I like reading it. With the Thieves Toolkit in my inventory, I'm going to make use of a glitch here. It's currently mid-afternoon on day 1, but if you try to nap here at the barracks, time will pass instantly tonight. Since I have the climbing skill, I can go ahead and try to climb into town. I'll go ahead and visit the inn really quickly. You can give Abdullah here either the vegetables or the food rations. I'll go ahead and give vegetables. I lost almost everything to the brigands, but they did not find everything. To you, I give the last of my treasure. Abdullah reaches under his turban and pulls out 10 small apples, which he graciously offers to you. Thanks for the apples. With lockpicking available to us, we're going to start robbing houses at night, and there's like 10 checks within these houses, which is why getting an early lockpick is so useful. Get stick. The candlesticks look worthless, but under the table you notice a broadsword, which you take. So I'm no longer unarmed now. Getting a weapon is really good. It opens up combat as an option, and there's somewhere around 5 or so checks gated behind combat. Seek desk. You find a piece of paper in the desk drawer. You find nothing else of any value to you. A piece of paper would have been a spell, but since I don't have magic, it's been renamed to indicate that it's not any use. Purse. In the purse, you find a piece of paper and some soiled hankies. Take it and leave the hankies. In the sofa, you find a suit of chain mail that have fallen down into the basket underneath the knitting, you find 3 silver. And that's why I love reading those dialogues, because chain mail. That's pretty good. Okay. Second house.
I also have issues losing my chainmail in the couch cushions.
Underneath the box, you find 10 small apples, which you toss into your pack. Whoops, you drop the vase and it shatters on the floor, but among the shards you find 1 gold and 43 silver, which you accept as compensation. Candle. You discover a handful of green fur hidden behind the candelabra. Seek desk. In the desk drawers you find an assortment of mostly worthless objects, but you find a piece of paper, which you take. Move picture. Pick it. Get bag. You find a Thief Guild license inside the bag, which you pocket and put the empty bag back in the shape. This is the sheriff's house. He's part of the Thieves Guild. Well, not anymore. That's my license now. What's the password? Shortfish. The password is not randomized as part of the randomizer. It's actually randomized in the base game, and it changes every time you log into the game. So if you and someone else are running the randomizer on the same seed, you will not necessarily have the same password. Uh-oh. They're selling a flask of Miller Lite. So a flask of Miller Lite is there's some water you can get in the base game that isn't useful for anything. So that water has been renamed to Miller Lite because it's named for community member Mr. PR Miller, who very famously resets a lot of runs at Mirror Lake, sometimes also called Miller Lake. Miller Lake. Here, if you're selling a pearl, then I'm going to buy the pearl for 30 silvers and then sell it back for 100 silvers. Wow, I'm good at this trading thing. Oh yes, Chief Thief has a bet from the throwing dagger game, but only if you actually have throwing as a skill. And you have to actually bet 25 silver on this. You don't want to bet anymore because he gets tougher. Ooh, yeah, he's getting tough already. Is this good? That's why I have safety saves. I'm not liking the look of this. It's a tie. No. I'm actually having a really bad dagger game here.
Would this be a good time for a donation?
Yeah, now's a good time.
All right. It seems we have a $50 donation going towards that Mask of Eternity incentive from Cedric the Owl.
I knew Cedric was up to no good. You know, it's been a while since I faced a worthy opponent. Here, you can have this, but don't think I'm getting sentimental on you or anything. The chief hands you a lockpick, which you wordlessly place in your pack. Shall we play again? No thanks. In fact, go ahead and throw me out. I don't want to be here anymore.
It seems Cedric's donation had a comment.
Yeah.
It's very long, so I apologize. It says, "Let's say hello to the young Prince Graham. He looks like he could use a cheering up. Oh, stay away from those bees. Graham, watch out, a poisonous snake." Thank you for that donation, Cedric. Also, I'm sorry for my Cedric voice.
It was perfect. So, yeah, you should be sorry. Okay, all right. At midnight, you can check the graveyard. You wrench the mandrake plant free from the tombstone on which it has grown. Attached to the root of the plant, you discover a spirea seed. Oh, nice. The spirea seed is a necessary component for the dispel potion. And oh, since I have a broadsword now, I can actually fight. Do I have an empty flask? Yes, of course I do. I used the undead unguent. Fairies at the fairy ring at night. Do a quick little dance. I am going to safety save before I ask him for this because I need an empty flask for this. I have one, but it will consume my flask, and there's two other places where I could use that flask, so if this is something useful, I keep it. As the flask fills with fairy dust, it shimmers and takes on a new form, 5 beautiful flowers. I do need that. Alright, I'm keeping it then. That's all I'm going to do at night for now. There are 2 monsters that I would like to fight that only show up at night, but so really quickly, combat in this game is very deadly. Now, I do have a flag on that sets my weight to minus 500, which does make combat a whole lot easier, and gets rid of 1 minute of me picking up rocks to overflow my weight manually anyways. As you admire the variety of the sweet-smelling flowers, you find 20 silver among them, place it in your pack. So combat is a lot easier, but it's by no means free. So usually fight easier monsters first, like this ogre, which not only did the guild master tell me to kill this ogre, but the ogre has a chest on him that I can pry open, see if he's got something useful in it. Dry box. The dead ogre's chest contains 6 toadstools, which you take and put away. I'm going to leave the cave alone until later, just because I'm not certain I can... Wait a minute, I have 35 stealth. I can deal with the kobold. The seed cracks open and out pops a gold ring. You put it in your pack and climb down. Okay, yeah, I can deal with the kobold. I forgot that I know how to sneak. So the reason I stuck 35 into stealth at the beginning of the game was just in case I needed it for this screen. Because at 35 stealth, you can go right up to the kobold, get the key off of it without waking it up. Very carefully, you remove the key from around the kobold's neck. As it glows in your hand, it transforms and becomes a music box. There's also some mushrooms here. The mushrooms shimmer as the illusion fades, and in their place, you see 10 gold and 60 silver. Then there's also a hidden chest here, which I probably don't have the lockpicking skill for it. Nope. It blows up in my face, and it's 2 healing potions, so I'm going to walk out with them anyways. Sip 1. Ouch. Do I have the key? No, I don't have the key to free the bear. So I need to move on and go someplace else, probably Erasmus. Yeah, Erasmus is on the way here. Oh, Goblin.
You have time for another donation.
Yeah, now's a good time.
We have $20 from Superblood Wolfmoon. No comment, but that also did go towards the Mask of Eternity incentive, which puts us at $170 out of $300. We're only 130 away from seeing some very tasteful booty cheek in King's Quest Mask of Eternity.
I'm excited and frightened.
Reminder, we did custom mod the textures for the game just for this that run. So you're gonna want to see it.
Yeah, let's make that happen. All right, so Erasmus has some new dialogue written for when you first sit down and meet him. Let's see. It is a customary practice for resident wizards to offer a gift to adventurers who arrive in their domain. Must be called a practice because you're still not very good at it. Well, when was the last time you gave someone a present, Fenris? Don't I gift you with my presents every day? You present a challenge for a wizard's patience, that's for certain. So you're saying that my patient presence is a present to your patience. Anyway, at least I haven't forgotten to present a gift this time. May this help you on your quest. You accept Erasmus's gift of 50 gold! Wow, the wizard is loaded. What does that open up for me shop-wise? Oh, I have the healer's ring, that's right. What are you selling? The healer will continue to sell the 3 basic potions and then 1 random thing. 10 small apples for 485 silver. So 1 gold is 10 silver. I don't think I'm going to be buying that anytime soon, but give her a ring back. How I've missed this. Here, please take a hand mirror for your reward. Hand mirror is one of the items required for Baba Yaga. So I haven't checked Henry the Hermit's cave just yet. He'll give me something. And then there's 2 places to check for water. Hold on a sec. Ask about scroll. Let me get the scroll. You pick up the scroll, but its weight feels odd. Opening it, you see a crude smiley face drawn, and a flask of fairy dust falls out. Bemused, you accept Henry's gift. All right, cool. And then check the water here. As you fill the flask, it slips from your fingers and gets pulled downstream. Curses. But just then you notice something else in the riverbed. 10 small apples. Do I have any more empty flasks? I don't think so, so I'm going to go ahead and load that because I don't feel very good about apples this seed. And the same message is here. You notice something else in the lake bed, a worn key. Let me go ahead and see what the reward is for killing the ogre. So you've completed the task, have you? Excellent work. Here, please accept this reward along with my gratitude. The guildmaster gives you 3 silver. All right. I'm going to pass time until night again and start making use of the combat stats that I have, as well as the 1 healing potion. In the base game, there are 2 monsters that have unique drops when they are slain, the Cheetar and the Troll. And at the beginning of the game, they both only show up at night. Here's a Troll. I don't have very much stamina for this. Maybe I should have rested. Well, I do have 1 healing potion. See if I can win this. And one other thing I have not mentioned yet, I did turn on a flag to increase the rate at which I gain experience. So these combats should become easier a lot more quickly, but that's not going very well. So what is my health at? I probably, yeah, I'll just go to peace, sleep to get my health back to full, and then sleep tonight again and try again. Yeah, experience gain has been increased for this run, just to make sure that I don't run into a scenario where a required monster requires way too much experience and I spend too much time grinding. Let's try this again then. Oh,
Can we talk about how relatable this game is? When I'm tired, I also just go fall down in a grove with a magic tree.
Yeah, just flop on the ground. 1 frame of animation, that's all you need. Get Claw. All of the Cheetar's claws have been broken off or damaged, but upon closer inspection, you do find 6 gold and 2 healing potions hidden on the corpse. Of course I do. Uh, RNG isn't saved with the save game. It's possible to save your game right before a roll and then save scum to get the RNG outcome that you want. Something that I'm doing to get these encounters. Let's see. Get Beard. The troll's beard is covered in muck and can't be harvested, but hidden underneath the beard, you discover a glowing gem. Let's see, I'm 2 item. Oh, the glowing key is at the Zara's shop. Okay, I should have remembered that. But I'm still like 2 items away from go mode.
Do you have time for an elimination?
Hold on really quickly. Because there's an item here. You pick up the acorn, cracking it open, you discover the Dryad's gift of a piece of paper. Yay, thanks. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. We have another $50 donation from Super Blood Wolfmoon. Thank you very much. That says, update from the Restream desk. We need this birthday suit incentive. Just $80 left.
All right, thank you. So Fred here is a unique troll. He's a lot tougher than most other trolls. Normally he doesn't have anything unique, but for the purposes of this randomizer, his beard is different. This troll's beard is covered, but you discover 7 silver. And Fred has a hoard here that is almost never seen in regular play. You dig around in the pile, you find a flask of flying water. Oh, that's go mode. Yeah, we can go back to town and then start knocking off all these things now. So let's get that next run ready if it isn't ready already. But let's buy the glowing key. I have every item I need. I do have one other check that I'm going to show off just to show off, which is that in the base game, there's this drink, the Dragon's Breath. It always kills you when you try to drink it, but if you have 60 plus vitality, you can drink it. You feel your insides begin to burn. It feels like you're drinking liquid hot magma. Just when you feel like you're about to faint, you reach the bottom of the mug. You've done it. You survived the Dragon's Breath. Wow, I gotta say, I'm impressed. I've never seen anyone manage to stomach that before, except for Crusher, of course. Here, take this. The bartender reaches under the counter and pulls out a troll beard. You've got my respect, pal. So yeah, I just wanted to show that off. In the randomizer, you can survive the Dragon's Breath. So now that we're in go mode, we go ahead and just knock off all the pieces of the counter curse. First, we're going to go ahead and rescue the Baronet, who is in the form of a bear. Hold on. I gotta be close enough. Feed him to calm him down, and then use the key. He teleports back, and his father will give you a reward if you talk to him. The brigands at the archery range also have a check if you want to go there. I don't have the dispel potion yet. I need to give all the ingredients to the healer for it. Flour, acorn, give dust, leave, come back. I've got the potion of dispel. We're going to go to the brigand fortress. Toro the Minotaur has a check, and he's still guarding the entrance, but you can just run right past him. He won't see you. If you have the right timing for this. 60 or so climbing will get you over that rock there. You could also try to force open the gate, and it is possible to bust the gate down with your face without Toro seeing you. I've done that before, and it's hilarious, but I don't know if I have the strength for it. The strength for it is somewhere around 60. You just go through the brigand hideout as normal, hop onto the desk, and then you've got the Warlock Maze, and in version 1.0 of Quest for Glory, it is possible to run right over these pits, but unfortunately can't do that in version 1.2. There's been a lot of discoveries in the speedrun community over this past year. We've been super active. So you do have to actually type out the Dispel Potion here and throw it on Elsa, but you don't have to wait out the cutscene. You can toss rock to unlock your character and then leave. and she does have 2 checks on her desk if you want to check it, but usually you don't need it at this point. So earlier versions of the randomizer did require you to give Baba Yaga the Mandrake root before you could then use the mirror on her to finish up the counter curse. But the current version doesn't require that. If you've completed the other parts and you have the mirror, then you can just go ahead and use the mirror here. You don't have to wait out the Mandrake root cutscene, which is really long and slow, and the randomizer did speed it up, but it's still a check that I like to avoid when I don't have to do it. I usually call time when the ending starts, which is going to be now. Time.
GG.
GG. I will take a 2349, given that I slowed way down to show off and explain a lot of this stuff. Most of my seeds are usually in the 17 to 19 minute range. When I go full speed, which is hard to keep up with. But yeah, that's the Quest for Glory 1 randomizer. I want to give a big shout out to Reynault for developing this randomizer. He's still taking feedback on it, still filing bugs. We haven't had a release since August, but I think with some marathon showcases, if we can get like additional interest in just playing this, it's a whole lot of fun. I've enjoyed playing this, and yeah, please check it out.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that run, David. That was great.
So yeah, that'll be it for me. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. All right, viewers, I have great news. It seems we met the incentive goal through the Mask of Eternity birthday suit. I'm going to read off a couple of those donations that came in at the end there. We have $100 from Zoku Bun that says, "Hello, I've been converted to the side of birthday suit. Please take this donation for both the wonderful cause that is the King's Quest run and the Trevor Project. Yes, reminder that all your donations are going to going to benefit the wonderful Trevor Project." And we also have $15 from Nansu that says, "Checked my couch cushions and found this donation along with my chainmail." Thank you so much for both of those donations. Yes, coming up next, we have King's Quest Mask of Eternity. For anyone that does not know, it is King's Quest foray into 3D.